insert data, change data, delete data according for the examples of RDBMS. See, nowadays everybody is having smartphones. I am using Samsung, somebody using LG, other people are using HTC, some other people are using Apple. So, but all are smartphones. From different companies, we have different types of smartphones. Similarly, from different companies, we have different types of RDBMS. What are they? What are they? That is, from Oracle company, we have Oracle database. From Microsoft company, we have SQL. From Postgres, we have SQL. So like this, from different companies, we have different types of RDBMS. Any RDBMS is useful to store data and process your business data. Where is the data? Data always generated. Data always generated from business. What is business? Suppose if you consider any bank, what is there in the bank? Employees are there, departments are there, different types of accounts are there that are nothing but products. In the bank, what are the products? Different types of accounts are nothing but products. And the bank is having some customers. You can take any business. These objects are common. Suppose I want to take IT industry, any software company, software development company, or whatever it is, software company. In the software company, do you have employees? Yes. Department? Yes. Development department, testing department, designing department, maintenance department, deployment department. Next, what are the products in that software company? Whatever the projects they are developing, those are known as products. And for the software company, so many customers are there. Like this, if you take any business, the business has objects. From each object, data will be generated. From each object, data will be generated. What kind of data? See, that you will see here. In this database concepts, you will understand what kind of data. Data, information of one object. If I take employee, suppose you are working as employee. What is the information of you? Your ID, your name, your salary, your designation, your project name, your department name. This is the information of you. You are the object in the business. Like you, suppose there are so many thousands of employees. So all thousands of employees data, each employee information is known as data. Not only employees. If I take department, department is also an object. So information of one object is known as data. Then what is database? What is database? Information of all objects in the business saved at one place. information of all objects in the business saved at one place. That is called as database. Data means only one object information. Data. Database means information of all objects. That is database. Next definition. Okay, all your business data saved at one place, right? But you have to manage that. Immediately, maybe you have a doubt. What is the necessity to manage? What is the necessity to manage? Let us assume in your company, present 100 employees are there. 100 employees. So 100 lines of data related to employees. Tomorrow, your company recruiting other 100 employees. Your company recruiting other 100 employees. Then 100 new employees data should be added to your database. Already 100 employee data is there. Again, another 100 employees lines of data should be added to your database. Suppose tomorrow, one employee gone away from the company. So you have to delete that employee information line from your database. If new employees are there, add data. If gone away employee is there, delete data. If you are increasing salary of employee or promoting an employee, then change the employee data. Old salary of employee changed with new salary. That is changing data. And parallelly, you have to provide authentication and security. So you are maintaining all your business data at one place. That should be managed properly with these services. Adding data, changing data, deleting data, security, authentication. Okay. Now, all of you guys, of course, if anybody has some knowledge on database, just I want to explain corresponding commands in our Oracle. Related to these activities, I am explaining commands. Adding data, insert command. Changing data, update command. Deleting data, delete command. Authentication, creating user account. Creating user account. Security, providing limits. Just controlling the user action. That is nothing but security. All these commands we will discuss under our Oracle. Next, what is the example for DBMS? Example softwares are DBase, DBase 2, DBase 3, DBase 3 Plus. These are all sample examples. Old database software is this. DBase 3 Plus is there. But here, so many disadvantages. In this DBase software, we have so many disadvantages. Like a lot of data duplicacy, searching the data taking long time, not supporting client server technology. So many disadvantages. To eliminate these disadvantages, nowadays we have RDBMS. Nowadays we have RDBMS. What is RDBMS? RDBMS, it is a software. What it contains? It contains collection of related data of all objects. Collection of related data of all objects. that is called as RDBMS. The author of RDBMS is, who is that guy? E.F. Codd. He is a research scholar and he defined 12 rules. If any database software supporting these rules, if any database software supporting these rules, that database, we can call it as RDBMS. And in any RDBMS, data stored in the form of tables. And what is a table? Table is a collection of rows and columns. Table is a collection of rows and columns. Row is known as record, column is known as field. Again, in any RDBMS, data is stored in the form of table. Table is a collection of rows and columns. And row is known as record, column is known as field. Here, maybe you have a doubt. That is, sir, what is the meaning of related objects? Related objects. Listen carefully. Here, I will ask you a simple question. Try to find out the answer. Suppose you are one employee. You are one employee. Employee working under a, tell me, employee working under a, anybody. Okay. Only company. Okay, all answers are right, but in the company, so many things are there. What are they? Your answer is exactly, Sagar. See, employee compulsory, yes, Arpit, you are also right. Employee compulsory working under a department. Okay, suppose department, another object is department. Department should contain a set of employees. So if you are employee, definitely you have to working under department. If there is a department, there should be some employees are there. So department is one object, employee is one object, right? See, department without employees, meaningless. So compulsory department has employees. Employee compulsory working under a department. Both are related objects. Both are related objects. First one. Second, let me take one more example. Suppose there is a company let me take TV manufacturing company. TV manufacturing company. From the company, we have so many. From this, we have so many. Try to find out the answer. So many dash. Yes, Kalebi, I will explain. I'm coming to that point. Don't worry. See, from the company, we have so many products. So yeah, TV, yes, Arpit, TV is nothing but product. Yes. Now see, suppose if I am taking a mobile, can I say mobile is a product? Yes, mobile is a product. So product is from some company. So if there is a company, yeah, if there is a company, compulsory company should produce product. And if there is any one product, it should be from some company. Without company name, no product is there. Without product, company is useless. Understand, guys? So here, what are the objects here? In this current example, your objects are company, and here product. Company and product are objects. Both are related objects. Related objects. One more example. Simple example I am giving. Suppose you want to purchase a mobile in online. You want to purchase a mobile in online. So you are a customer. As a customer, are you making order? Compulsory. You are ordering for what? You are ordering for what? You are ordering for mobile. What is mobile? Mobile is a product. Mobile is a product. So you are purchasing a product in online, like Amazon or Flipkart. So many online sales businesses are there. You are making a order, means that order related to customer, and the order also related to product. Here, three objects. Customer is one object, order is another object, and product is other object. Product is another object, remember. So compulsory within the business, if one object is there, that is related to at least one other object. That's why RDBMS is a collection of information of all related objects. Okay, now what is my point is, in any data RDBMS, data stored in the form of tables. Let me open a sample diagram, simple diagram. Let me open. You can easily understand. Paint. See here, guys. For your understandability, I am introducing two objects, two tables. Product details, that is one table, and company details, that is another table. Product details and another one is company details. This is another table. From each company, you have products. Suppose here, this is a table. Yeah. Let us see. Product table is different, company table different. Right? Now I want to ask you one question. Total how many products? 5. How many products are there from Samsung? How many products are there from Samsung? We don't know. We don't know. Okay. So P5, last product is from which company? We don't know. You are missing data. If you don't want to miss the data, we should define relation between tables. We should define relation between tables. How to define relation? By using primary key, we can define foreign key. Don't worry about the technical information right now. You have a relation right now. Previously, you don't have relation. Present, you have relation. Okay. Now tell me, how many products from Samsung? How many products from Samsung? 3. Why? Because, yes. Next, how many products from HTC? 2. Next question. What is the company name of P1? What is the company name of P1? Samsung. So from here, you can identify this information. And also from here, you can identify product information. If you have relation, you can identify complete information. That is the benefit of related data. That's why I introduced this. That is the benefit of related data. Okay. Don't worry, each and every point we will discuss in future very clearly. Now, this is about RDBMS introduction. And what is the latest version we are working with? The latest version is Oracle 19C. Oracle 19C. 19C is known as Autonomous Cloud Database. Autonomous Cloud Database means it is a cloud database. The advantages are data availability scope was increased. Any changes in the main database immediately reflected, and that is available to the end user. So how it look like? Say, I want to show you one more diagram for this. How the Oracle 19C or any cloud database look like this. Okay. Here from Oracle 12C, we have cloud database. The cloud database benefits are cost will be reduced. See here, guys, this is a diagram released from Oracle Press. This is a diagram officially released from Oracle Press. So cloud database means actually for every branch, we should maintain separate databases. This is one server, another server, other server. For each branch, we have to maintain separate servers. It is very difficult to manage. Nowadays, you can purchase one server. In that server, you can reserve spaces. This is the storage area for branch 1 data. This is the storage area for branch 2 data. So instead of purchasing multiple servers, just purchase one cloud database. In that cloud database, reserve some space for each branch. What is the benefit? From one place, you can monitor all your business databases. And from, I will explain. Wait, Sukhant. From one place, you can see the security of all your branches. Cost is reducing. Maintenance is easy. You can set up more levels of security. Again, I'm repeating. Benefits are cost is reducing. Second, maintenance is easy. Third, changes are dynamic. Fourth, more levels of security. Okay, see here, guys. This database is called as common database or container database. And this is called as pluggable database. Pluggable means it is one pluggable database. Each small database is known as one pluggable database. I am giving one small example for this. This is apartment. In the apartment, you have so many flats. Under each flat, one family is living. Under each flat, one family is living. Suppose if there is one individual house, in the independent house, there is only one family. But if you are using apartment, in the apartment, you have multiple families. Similarly, the pluggable databases are small databases, and each small database related to one branch, and each small database related to one branch of your business. Okay, before cloud database, before cloud, I am talking about before cloud. Yes. Somebody is suggesting one answer, Rakesh, that applications to indifferent DB will be controlled. Yes, exactly. And see guys, before cloud database, we should purchase one database server for every branch. For each branch, one separate server we have to purchase. It will then cost is more and maintenance is tough. Instead of that, if you maintain cloud database, it is very easy to transfer data, to make changes dynamically, to provide security, to monitor data, as well as cost is also reducing. That is the benefit of cloud database. Now, in our training, we are learning about Oracle 19c. But in any database, in any version, what we are commonly learning, that is SQL and PLSQL. What is the benefit of SQL and PLSQL? Why should I learn SQL, PLSQL? You have a doubt. Why should I learn SQL and PLSQL? There is a reason. Hold on. Let me open one diagram. I need one diagram. Hold on. You should understand what is the necessity to learn SQL and PLSQL. Here, no diagrams are there. Suppose if end user is expecting any information, that information will be provided by you. Here is a person. He wants to register with Facebook. Listen carefully, guys. He wants to register with Facebook account. He wants to open Facebook account. If he wants to open Facebook account, he should open the website. Yeah, we should open the website www.facebook.com. Okay, he has to submit information in the web page. That information will be passed to web server. The information will be passed to web server. From web server, the information will be passed to database server. Here is a database server. Let us assume this is a database server. I'm going to draw database server here. If a person registering with himself, then his information stored under database server. The last component is called as DB server. Listen. How to open Facebook account? Let me open here. www.facebook.com. Enter. Wait, Khaledi. I want to register, create a new account. Select this option. If I select this, what are the details it is asking? First name, surname, mobile number, first name, surname, mobile number, password, date of birth, gender, sign up. How many values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 values it is asking. These 6 values I am typing under which page? Web page. Like this. Here, how many values I am giving? Total 6 values I am providing. As a person, I am giving 6 values. Once submitted all the values, just select the button register. I am selecting the button register. If I select the option register, the information is passed to web server. From the web server, the information passed to database server. In the database server, something is happening. What is that? Okay, here something is happening. What is that? Here I want to write that something is happening in the database server. But finally, the end user receives a response. The end user receives a response. What is the answer he will get? Registered successfully. He will get one answer that is called as registered successfully. Right? What is happening here? Listen carefully, guys. Here, the information received by a database program. Who is receiving? Database program. The program inserting data. That is later. First, let me finish. If I explain all validations right now, Khaledi, remaining people will be confused. Hold on. Don't be fast. Okay. The database program inserting your data into a table. You are registered means you are a customer to the Facebook. So you are a customer means your information stored into a table. Once data stored in the table, then program is giving a response, registered successfully. So who is storing your information? If you register yourself, who is storing your information? Database program. How to write a database program? And who will write database programs? Why are you writing database programs? How to write? My first question, how to write a program? This is how. How to write SQL and PLSQL. By using SQL and PLSQL, we will write programs. Next, who will write the programs? Who will write the programs? DB developers. They are writing the programs. Why they are writing programs? Why they are writing programs? To perform business activities. To perform business activities. For all these reasons, the developers are writing programs. What are the business activities? Registration process, withdraw money, deposit money, checking your information, pay the bill, cancel the bill, make an order, exchange. So just change the order details. For all these things are known as database activities, but business activities. For each business activity, we will write a program. Now, see here. That's why how to write a program, SQL and PLSQL. That's why we are learning SQL and PLSQL. What is SQL? SQL means it is a structured query language. By using SQL, we will write queries. PLSQL means procedural language using SQL again. In PLSQL, by using PLSQL, we will write programs. We will write programs. Now, these are the different concepts we are discussing under SQL and PLSQL. Don't worry, I will send a detailed course content document. Already some people received that document. If you are first class student, you will receive a detailed course content document to your mail after the session. Now, what is SQL? Let me go through what is SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. First of all, it is a language. It is a language to communicate with any database. It is a language to communicate with any database, not only Oracle. IBM DB2 is there. How to communicate with that? Using SQL only. Okay. We know English language. And here I am talking about SQL language. SQL language. What is there in English? What is there in SQL? Let me explain that point. What is there in English? Just I want to compare SQL with English. Here first I'm talking about English. So what you are learning? What are these things? Alphabets. Next, words. Next, grammar. Next, sentences. And finally, paragraphs. Finally, paragraphs. Okay, this is about, okay, after paragraphs, you can also narrate a story. This is about the English language. What about SQL language? Just I want to compare this with SQL. What about SQL language? SQL. Under SQL, first point we are discussing commands. Next we are discussing keywords. And after that, syntax rules. Syntax rules and statements. You are learning about statement. Each statement is known as a query. Each statement is known as a query. After that, programs. And finally, you can create a package. This is the comparison between English and SQL languages. See the difference. Almost similar. In English, first you are learning alphabets. In SQL, first we are learning commands. By using alphabets, you are forming words. But in SQL, by using commands and keywords, we are writing statements. So, grammar rules in English, but syntax rules in SQL. In English, by using alphabets, words, and grammar rules, in English you are writing sentences. But in SQL, we are writing statements. Each sentence is called as a query. If I write a group of sentences, it is called as paragraph. If I write a group of queries in a block, that is called as program. So, how to narrate a story? Story means a collection of paragraphs, whereas package means a collection of programs. Now, what is SQL? Structured query language. What is the purpose? To communicate with any database. By using SQL, we can write statements. Each statement is known as query. So we can define like this. SQL is a collection of commands, keywords, and syntax rules. SQL is a collection of commands, keywords, and syntax rules. What are the commands we have? SQL commands, just I am giving list of commands. Each command we will discuss in future, don't worry. But first of all, I am giving list of commands. SQL commands are divided into 5 categories: DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, DRL. What is DDL? Under DDL category, create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. 5 commands are there under DDL. Under DML, 3 commands are there. Under DRL, 1 command is there. Under DCL, 2 commands. Under TCL, 3 commands. Totally 14 commands. In SQL, how many commands are there? 14 commands, but so many concepts. Don't misunderstand. Commands are 14, but so many concepts are there. Constraints, joins, subqueries, objects, tables, views, indexes, sequences, synonyms, clusters, partitions, functions. These are all objects. Each and every point we will discuss. Just I am giving list of commands: DDL, DML, DRL, DCL, and TCL. Each command will be discussed in detail in the further classes. Okay. For example, last concept I am explaining is an thing. For example, you know SQL. Assume that you know how to write a query. Okay. Where should I write the query? I know how to write a query. Then can I write a query in the Word document? No. Can I write a query in the MS Word document? No. Or can I write a query in the command window? In the command window? No. So if you want to communicate with the database, you are using SQL query, that is fine. But SQL queries are programs you should write under one interface window. You should write those things under one interface window. That interface window is called as SQL star plus. Interface window is known as SQL star plus or SQL developer. Two types of interface windows. Two types of interface windows. One is SQL plus, another one is SQL developer. CUI interface, CUI command user interface, and graphical user interface. Two types of interfaces are there. Two types of interfaces. Okay, how they look like? Just I am giving the look and feel of CUI tool, CUI interface, and also GUI interface. Look and feel. Just I'm giving look and feel. Okay, see here. Let me connect SQL plus Dinesh 8. Welcome @ORCL PDB. Dinesh 8 is a user successfully connected to this database. And this database is available under which version? Oracle 19c. And I want to see data from a table. This is called as CUI interface. Command user interface. Here, you don't see any icons. You don't see any graphical symbols. If you want to perform any task, you have to write a query. This is CUI type interface. CUI type interface. Similarly, we have GUI type interfaces are there. Let us see. This is look like this. See here, guys. What is the name of this GUI type interface? SQL developer. And who is the user working with the database? Dinesh 8. And this window is look like a graphical window. You have so many graphical symbols. But in this window, there is no graphical symbol. Here also, who is working? Dinesh 8 only. Here also working Dinesh 8 only. But here, see, in this window, to see data from here, to get data from this table, I have written one query. But here it is not necessary. In this window, it is not necessary. Here is table. Expand it. And here you have a table name, DEPT. Select it. In the right side window, select data. I have not written any query, but automatically I am able to see the data by selecting some graphical icon. So this is one type of interface, GUI type interface, and this is a CUI type interface. Both type of environments you are learning in our training. That is what I want to conclude this explanation. In my training, I am giving training on both SQL Plus and also SQL Developer. So this is about SQL and interface between you and the database server, which is nothing but SQL Plus as well as the SQL Developer. How to connect, how to create a user account, what is installation prerequisites, everything we will discuss tomorrow. So anything you want to ask me? Yeah, you can download Firdaus Ansari. The duration is 45 days. Arpit, you are not able to get video in Google Drive. Last class already uploaded. Please check it. Kalevi, where we can download Oracle. You can download Oracle 19c from the official website of Oracle. So simple. Open browser, enter into Google. In the Google, just type download Oracle 19c for Windows. Download Oracle 19c for Windows. Then first link, see, Oracle Database 19c download for Windows, Microsoft Windows 64-bit operating system. Select it. Then it will redirect your page to the Oracle page. This is Oracle Press page. And here you are seeing a zip file. Just select it. Then it is asking for license agreement. Select it and click on download. Select download. If you select download, it will prompt you for login. Enter your username and password. If you registered user, enter your username and password. Not registered yet, you need to create user account. Automatically, it will be downloaded. Sridhar, Oracle is a free software, anybody can download. Requirements of the company means if they want to provide application development, then you are a Oracle developer. If they require Oracle database administrator, means only for managing server, then you need to get the knowledge of DBA. Yes, definitely, Sagar. I will share today's video, text file and recording file. Okay, Arpit. Seven Kumar. Yeah. And 7, if, see, one simple example I'm saying. Nowadays, you have a smartphone. Can you send text messages? Actually, text messaging is the old phone feature. Is it available in the smartphone? Yes. Means even we are getting one advanced software, that advanced software should support old software features also. So if anybody is asking about 11G, you don't need to learn 11G. Already 11G concepts are also included under 12C, 18C, 19C. Yes, yes, exactly. Who is this last question? Rakesh. So you are saying the legacy system is 11G. You want to migrate it into 19C. Then we have some migration tools are there. Using that tools, they will upgrade their database or migrate it into latest version. Generally, the migrations are provided by Amazon like companies.
So just one question there. So does it mean the physical databases, for example, on-premise databases, are moving to cloud?
Oracle training, you can try the job as a Oracle database developer. Yes, Kalebi, tomorrow also same time. Every day we have the session at 9 p.m. Sorry, 9 p.m. IST, 9 to 10 every day. Sunday no class. Our working days are Monday to Saturday. So I will